Hello everyone. Today we want to presentation about material of syntax. Okay, before we get started about the material, we will introduce ourselves. My name is Bilqis.
And I'm Hanin Ilyana.
And my name is Diah Anjani.
Okay,
Let's
begin.
begin. So I will explain introduction to syntax. Syntax is a branch of linguistics that study how words and morphemes are combined to form larger units such as phrases, clauses, and sentences. Focus syntax is in sentence structure. Syntax studies how word order, sentence pattern, and the relationship between elements in a sentences. By studying syntax, we can understand why some sentences are grammatical and others are ungrammatical. For example, she is playing a ball is grammatical sentence and playing she a ball is ungrammatical because the word order is incorrect. The rules of syntax is part of grammar that represent speaker knowledge of sentence structure. This knowledge exists naturally in our mind, even we are not aware of it. First, human can understand and produce on an infinite number of sentences, including sentences they never heard before. For example, some purple nuts are starting to tango on microwave. This is so strange, but we can still understand because the sentence structure are correct. Second, speakers can comprehend long and complex sentences. Even the sentences are complicated, we can still understand them because we understand how sentences structure works. Third, syntax help us determine grammatical relation. For example, Ron hired Jackson. It means Ron is the employer versus Jackson hired Ron is means Jackson is the employer. Although the words are same, but the meaning changes because word order.
So as Diah explained the material previous, I will explain the syntax and meaning. This is a sentence example. The first is colorless green ideas sleep firstly. This sentence has grammatical, but this sentence has not a meaning. Why? Because the person who wrote this sentence spontaneously without thinking about what it the meaning. Okay, another sentence that I will say. The second, he anxious melody that nobody heard politely interrupt the silence. Number third, transparent shadows argue quickly. Sentences are composed of discrete units that are combined by rules. These rules explain how speakers can store infinite knowledge in a finite space brain. Next. So I will explain basic sentence and the next Diah will explain word classes. Okay, the first that basic sentence patterns. Subject plus verb. Example, she sleeps. The subject as the door of the action, and then verb that the action or state. And then the second subject plus verb plus object. Example, she reads a book. Subject the door of the action, and then verb the action or state, and then object the reservoir of the action. that receive a book. The second patterns can we call that is a sentence. Why? Because it has subject plus verb plus object. But this object does not have to be added. It can be used or not. This object is a marker for more complete the sentence from sentence. Okay, and then third, subject plus verb plus complement. Complement is completes the meaning of the subject or predicate. Example, he is a teacher. Okay, next.
And next, basic sentence and word classes. In syntax, we also study word classes, which are group of words based on their function and used in sentences. First, major classes or open classes. Open classes is the word classes that can easily accept new words because language keep developing over time. Example of major classes is noun such as book, robot, table, chair, and verbs such as run, eat, and tweet. Adjective such as beautiful, amazing, and futuristic. And then adverbs such as quickly, very, and yesterday. The key idea of this word classes is flexible and can grow as language evolves. And then, besides major classes, there are also minor classes, which are called class classes and function words. Minor classes are word classes that have limited number of members and rarely can accept new words. The main purpose is grammar and sentence structure, not for lexical meaning. For example, pronouns such as he, she, and they, determiners such as the, this, and that. Prepositions such as in, on, at, and conjunction such as and, but, and because. The key idea of these word classes is small and fixed and used for sentence structure, not for lexical meaning.
Okay, I will explain a question about some question about word of classes. The first question is can accept new words in the major or open classes. Yes, it can. The major can accept new words, but the minor or closed classes no or rarely. And then the second purpose. The major lexical meaning, and then the minor grammatical function, and then third examples of the major classes is examples of the major classes are noun, verb, adjective, adverb, and then the minor or closed classes are pronoun, preposition, conjunction, determiner. Okay, and then we have a phrase structure. Phrase structure explains how sentences are internally organized into conditions called phrases. Rather than being a simple sequence of words, sentence is composed of structures. Basic symbols that used in phrase structures include like this. The example.
So after we learn about word classes and then the symbols, right now I will tell you about phrase structure rules. Actually, there's a lot of phrase structure rules, but we will just learn some of it that I knew. So phrase structure rules is tell us about how to make sentence by combining words and phrases. So let's begin. So first is sentence. Sentence is made by two main things, that is noun phrase and verb phrase. So every time you make a sentence, there will be always noun phrase and verb phrase. Okay, you must remember it. So next it's noun phrase. So what is noun phrase? Noun phrase is phrases that tell us about the subjects, about who the one that does the actions. So the main thing that must be there, of course, is noun. For other things like determiner or preposition phrase or adjective, it's an optional. Okay, it's an optional. It's depend what sentence you make. And the next is verb phrase. So what is verb phrase? So verb phrase is phrases that tell us about the actions, what the subject does. So the main thing that must be in the verb phrase is a verb. For other things like a noun phrase or prepositions or adverb is an optional. Like what I said before, it's depend what kind of sentence do you make. The next is preposition phrase. So preposition phrase is tell us about the place or the times of or prepositions. So the main thing that must be in the preposition phrase is of course prepositions and noun phrase. And last is a complementized phrase. So complementized phrase is tell us about a sentence in another sentence. So when you make a sentence and then there is another sentence in it, so you use complementized phrase. The thing that must be there, of course, is complementizer and then another sentence. So another sentence we symbol is with S with apostrophe. So that's all the phrase structure rules we learn from now. And right now we know how the words become of phrases and phrases become a sentence. So for the next, we will practice with 3 diagrams. So right now we will make a sentence with 3 diagrams. So right now we will make a simple, very simple sentence. In the top is sentence. Like what I said before, that sentence is made by 2 main things, that is noun phrase and verb phrase, right? First, we will make a noun phrase first. So that must be in the noun phrase, of course, is a noun, right? And then the noun that I choose is lady. With this we already have noun phrase. And then with verb phrase, like what I said before, that verb phrase must have verb. And then the verb that I choose is cooks. That is this. with this we already have a sentence that is lady cooks. But if you want to make it more specific, you can choose first which one that you want to make it more specific, noun phrase or verb phrase. So I want to make it specific into side. So first we will add in noun phrase is determiner. The determiner that I chose is the word the. The lady cooks. And then I want to make more specific what's the lady cook. What's the lady cooks? Then so in the verb phrase after here we add a noun phrase, and then the noun that I choose is dinner. The lady cooks dinner. So with this we already have a specific sentence, but it is still simple sentence with specifics. I will also tell you that tree diagram, because when we learn tree diagram we can also learn the meaning of the sentence. So sometimes when we saw a sentence we don't really know the meanings, but with tree diagrams we will also learn about the meanings of the sentence. Like a sentence, the girl hits the boy with sticks. We can have two meanings with that sentence, like the one who hold the stick is the girl or the boy. So if the one that who holds the stick is the girls, we make the three diagrams like this. So this is sentence, of course, like what I said before, that sentence will the thing that must be there is noun phrase and verb phrase. Okay, so with the sentence the girl hit the boy with sticks, so which one is noun phrase in that sentence? Of course it's the girls. Before verbs is noun phrase, so the noun phrase is the girls, right? So in the girls, what sentence we have and what word we have? So it is determiner, that is the, and then noun, the noun is girl, right? That is. And then what is the verb phrase with the sentence the girl hits the boy with sticks? So first there's a verb. The verb that we have is hits, right? And then the boy, what kind of phrases the boy is? It is noun phrase, and so here noun phrase, and then because it's specific, so there is the determiner, then the, and then the noun, that is a boy, and then with the stick is a preposition phrase, so we add here preposition phrase. Prepositions, what kind of preposition we have? That is with. And then sticks is a noun phrase, so there is noun phrase, then here noun, then stick. So like this, the girl hits the boy with sticks. So when we saw these three diagrams, we can learn that the meaning of the sentence is the one who holds the stick is the girl. Here, because the preposition is yours, this line is yours, but if we want to change it with the one that holds the stick is the boy, so we insert this and then add the line here. So with this, the meaning changes to the one that who hold the stick is the boy, not the girl again. So that's all with the three diagrams. So in conclusion, syntax provides a systematic framework for understanding how sentences are formed and organized. By studying phrase structures and then sentence patterns, word classes, and tree diagrams, learners gain a comprehensive understanding of grammatical structures. And this knowledge is fundamental for linguistic analysis, language learning, and effective communications. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoy with this video, and if you don't understand, you can rewatch it again and learn slowly. So that's all. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye.